जहां ये माना गया है कि एक देश की तरक्की में विज्ञान का बहुत बड़ा हाथ होता है, ऐसे में पूर्व से ये देखा गया है भारत ने विज्ञान के जरिए अपने विकास में काफी बड़ी बड़ी उपलब्धियां हासिल की हैं, जिसके चलते आज भारत चंद्रयान 3 की ओर बढ़ गया है। ऐसे में जब एक देश के विकास की बात की जाती है तो हम अपने वैज्ञानिकों को कैसे भूल सकते हैं, जो कि हमारी डेवलपमेंट और ग्रोथ का एक महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा रहे हैं। ऐसे में हम आज बात करने जा रहे हैं एक ऐसे वैज्ञानिक की जो कि तारीफ का मोहताज नहीं है। ज्ञान के भंडार से भरे हुए पोखरन 1, पोखरन 2 के रूप में भारत को परमाणु ताकत देने वाले आर चिदम्बरम का जिक्र आते ही हम गर्वान्वित महसूस करते हैं। ऐसे में हाल ही में नेहरू साइंस सेंटर में आयोजित कार्यक्रम के दौरान इनकी एक किताब इंडिया राइजिंग मेमोर ऑफ अ साइंटिस्ट रिलीज की गई है, जिसमें आर चिदम्बरम के खुद के योगदान के साथ साथ सुरेश गंगोत्रा का भी बहुमूल्य योगदान बताया जाता है। तो ऐसे में आइए ले चलते हैं आपको इंडिया राइजिंग मेमोर ऑफ अ साइंटिस्ट बुक लॉन्च पर और साथ ही बातचीत करते हैं वैज्ञानिक आर चिदम्बरम से।
About the growth and development, the first name comes in our mind is our scientist, and of course we see the India Rising Memoir of Scientist, what the book is all about and how it is contributing to our India's growth in the upcoming future.
You see, I was born a decade before independence, and I started my professional career about a decade after independence. So I've seen independent India grow. Of course, my fascination was with physics, and we were all so proud when the steel plants came up in the beginning. And then, of course, Panditji was talking about how to industrialize and so on. And as I said, my fascination for physics took me to the Indian Institute of Science and then on to Bhabha Atomic Research Center, where I have been ever since.
If we talk about the synopsis of the book, so what the book talks about?
You see, actually, it is about India. It's not about me. It's like I'm standing on the sideline and watching India grow and rise. And it is well on its path to become a knowledge economy. Not just a developed country, but a country with the ability to generate new knowledge and with an ability to appropriate knowledge generated anywhere in the world and convert it a value to the country. So the path to that, as I have watched, and I have also said, national development and national security are two sides of the same coin. Development without security is vulnerable. Security without development is meaningless. And we know examples from history where countries have done to do that. But India has done both.
If we come towards your book, sir, you would like to highlight any features which are reflecting the developments in the past as well as in the upcoming future?
Right through the book that thing comes.
Do you like to name some?
No, you see, I have talked about achievements in Indian science and technology. Over the years, even before independence, we have some great scientists like C V Raman, Satyendranath Bose, then statisticians, Mahalanobis, and then on to so many others. Of course, there is a chapter devoted to that. Then Homi Bhabha. Then Homi Bhabha, though, was a great theoretical physicist, and of course he had the support of Nehru. He started building up the atomic energy program. The great man thought of building indigenous nuclear reactors when we were not even building bicycles of indigenous design. That was the self-confidence of the man, not only in himself, but in his countrymen. And he established such a system. Very often, a leader departs from the scene, system tends to collapse. But he was one leader who had created such a leadership swarm around him. Homi for chemical engineering, Rajaramana for physics, Brahma Prakash for metallurgy, A.S. Rao for electronics, that the system flourished even though he. That was the greatness of.
Sir, I would like to ask you now, we are on the path of Chandrayaan 3. So, how the scientific developments are going in the country, and how mobility of the ease of doing everything has been done in this particular era? I'm talking about today's India.
See, there are two kinds of science which goes on in the country. One by mission-oriented laboratories. That is the Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Space, DRDO and all that. The other was the university kind of research which is basic science. Of course, there is not a sharp boundary between them. CSR labs or DAE or BAC can do basic research also. And this is what I call directed basic research. This is a phrase I coined, by the way. Still basic research, but with the ultimate objectives of the department in mind in those areas, which one day will become technology. And you see, as I've always said, even though we want to build a technology superstructure, the foundation for that is laid by basic research. If you don't do that, one day the system will collapse.
So, sir,
Fortunately, we have gone ahead and done all this.
Sir, last words. You're happy with the current system going on in the research and development?
See, they'll always mange more.
Still, you are happy?
I'm happy. But there is no limit to happiness. We always want to do more. All the scientists, not just me. We want to do more science so that India gets more and more recognized. And also we do applied science leading to technology development in all areas.
Sir, with your quote, Dil Mange More, any motivational words towards the coming young generation with your book launch?
See, when I talk to young people, I always quote Swami Vivekananda because I am very fond of reading books by Swami Vivekananda. And at one point he has said, the old theology was, and I have said it before, the old theology was you are an atheist if you don't believe in God. The new theology is you are an atheist if you don't believe in yourself. Self-belief. So young people should have self-belief in themselves and in their country. Optimism. That is what I always, there is nothing I cannot do. There is nothing India cannot do. There is nothing your institution cannot do. Self-belief, you must have optimism.